Good morning, everyone. It is time to rise and shine. That's right. It's time to get up. It is, believe it or not, it is the 12th day of November, 2025. It is time to rise and shine.
We change the world in history right here where we're from. It's new beginning to you and me, cause we're not done. In our city, in our city, in our city, we're not done. I appreciate that.
Nice calming song. Morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Day after Veterans Day, I'm still celebrating, because and that's you. Good morning to you. It is the 12th day of November, 2025. It is one more day, one more on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I say that's a lot to be thankful for. The first thing you do this morning, though, is thank the good Lord for still being here. Because last night somebody laid down and they did not get up. So if you got the wake-up call this morning, then you are amongst the blessed. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and we call this decisions because everything we do, everything requires us to make a decision. And even when we don't make a decision, well, we just did. Next up, of course, is our daily bread. But again, Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, whatever we do, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Because you are never a failure. Never. Until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever give up. You never quit, because quitters will never win. And although winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. Give out if you must. Rest if you can. But you never, ever give up. And along the way, there's no shame in asking for help. Not at all. Matter of fact, how you think we all got to where we are now? Somebody, somewhere, helped us along the way. And there's nothing wrong with being some help to another person either. Good morning. Next up, it is our daily bread, because that's what we do. A word from on high. Something that'll change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. But either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It's a great day, an outstanding day to be alive. Would you not agree? Yeah, me too. We'll be back.
You can trust God to bring something new out of our seasons of lament.
Our daily bread.
Sometimes our to-do list needs to wait.
Our daily bread.
Today's encouragement from the Our Daily Bread devotional was written by James Banks. I headed into the post office in a big hurry. I had a number of things on my to-do list, but as I entered, I was frustrated to find a long line backing up all the way to the door. "Hurry up and wait," I muttered, glancing at my watch. My hand was still on the door when an elderly stranger approached me. "I can't get this copier to work," he said, pointing to the machine behind us. "It took my money, and I don't know what to do." Immediately, I knew what God wanted me to do. So I stepped out of line and was able to fix the problem in 10 minutes. The man thanked me and then left. As I turned to get back in line, guess what? It was gone. I walked straight to the service counter. My experience that day reminds me of Jesus' words in Luke 6, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." My wait seemed shorter because God interrupted my hurry. By turning my eyes to others' needs and helping me give of my time, He actually gave me a gift. And it's a lesson that I hope to remember the next time I look at my watch. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Luke 6, verses 37 and 38. "Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." That was today's scripture reading from Luke 6, 37 through 38. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, all of the time we have is in your hands. It's a gift from you. Please show us how to use it to bring glory and honor to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And of course,
Sometimes our to-do list needs to wait.
Our daily bread.
I got you. We did that. Next up, I know it's Veterans Day yesterday, but it's Veterans Day every day up here. Because somewhere in somebody's country, in somebody's cold snow, in somebody's hot jungle, in somebody's hot land, foreign land to Americans, there are young men and women across this globe. We'll get into the politics of whether or not we should be there or not. That's a whole different game. That's not ours. That's not ours to fight. That is up to the politicians that we. That's up to the politicians that we elect. But we pay homage to those young men and women who put their lives on the line each and every day. Okay, some of them jump out of airplanes, going all over places because they want to be the best of the best. Some wear a green beret, some wear a black beret, some wear a maroon beret, some just wear a beret. Doesn't make any difference. They all put their butt on the line. There's no bigs and smalls in our armed forces. They all serve a purpose. There's no little job, no big job. Every job's an important job. And we pay homage to them every morning here. We don't wait to Veterans Day because every day is a Veterans Day up in here. So let's pay homage to those Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force personnel as they get up this morning, the day after Veterans Day. Of course, they're not really veterans yet, the ones that are actually in, but the ones who are, we salute them too. Okay, so let's get it started, and then we'll come back with the options of today.
Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, cows are marching all about, and those caissons go rolling along.
And good morning, Maxwell and Gunner.
For it's high, high,
Have the ride.
artillery, count out the numbers.
And to my boys down there at Fort Benning, Georgia, Fort Worth, Alabama. Hey, it's time for them. Have to go to work. We're waiting for daylight.
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail and break on day. Through our last night on shore, hail to the port. Until we meet once more, it's wishing you a happy voyage home. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in Thee. Through howling gale and shot and shell to win our victory. Send Miraculous is our guide, our pledge, our motto too. We're always ready to or die. I constantly fight for you. Up we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sky. Here they come, soon to lead our thunder. And the boys giving the gun. And we dive, starting a flame from under, off with one terrible roar. We live in vain, go down in flame, for nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tricor.
We call them Devil Dog and a few other things, but you know them affectionately as United States Marines, who had their 250th birthday couple days ago.
Proud to claim the title of United States
Hey, hey, Okay. All right. I'm doing all right. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good today. They changed my my little studio thing in here. It's an interesting setup they got on this thing now, but I'm liking it. I'm sort of liking it anyway. I got to get used to it. Okay, let me get rid of that little thing right there because that doesn't actually need to be there. But we shall see in a moment. Let me get that out of there right quick. Okay. Now, first of all, before we get started on anything today, let us not forget our helping hand situation. Okay, and that's every year around this time we start collecting money for the helping hand. It's something we've been doing for about 9 years, and what you do is somebody puts you in. You cannot put yourself in because I don't have time to go around and see who's telling me a big one and who's not. And so what happens is that what we do, we somebody put you in for a helping hand, whatever that hand's going to be. We don't quite know yet. We start taking uh, emails and letters um, in about 2 weeks. Yeah, somewhere around the fifth day of December, we'll start taking letters. Okay. So, and what we do is, it came to my attention some years ago that there are people out there who are just, and right now, everybody's got a little bit of something that they need. And so it came to my attention some years ago that people out here who really need things will never, hardly ever ask you for anything. And those are the people we try to look out for, the ones with pride, and the ones with who've been so independent, especially as you get older. Most parents won't ask their children for anything. Yeah. Now, personally, I'm different. I'll ask. Yeah, I'll ask. I don't have a problem with that. They used to ask me. So, but most parents will not ask their children anything. They'll sit there and suffer in silence. And although that is courageous, sometimes it's not very smart, especially if your lights are out and it's cold outside, or you don't have your heat on, or your gas off, something like that, or you don't have much food in the refrigerator, and you deciding, well, do I want to eat dog food or cat food today? And there are people in this city who have had to make that decision. So what we do is we collect money around town, okay, and then what we do on a couple of days before Christmas, we will go to people who don't know that it's coming, because if you put them in, you cannot tell them. And the reason you cannot tell them is because if we say you got something coming and we don't collect the money, well, we'll just make a bad situation worse. So 3 days. Now you'll know because I'll call you. Because I'll call you if you put somebody in. I will call you and tell you that they have been chosen, and we've got enough to give them something. We may not have enough to give all we wanted to, but we do have enough to give them something. And we'll be going to their house, and your job is just to make sure they're somewhere around the house, or we got a phone number for them, or something. Anyway, so that's what we do. But that money comes from all of us. It comes from you. It comes from the kids. Sometimes it just, I mean, if everybody, and we got this year, we got a little project called 2020. If you give us $20, we'll try to help 20 families. Okay, that's our goal this year. Our goal is $10,000, so we can at least help either 10 families or 20 families at $500 a piece. And these are people who don't know, who don't ask. Nobody can ask for this money. This money, somebody else asks for them. And if you're if you barely making it yourself, and you really can't afford to give anybody because you barely making it too. Well, this is a way that you can help people, help us help people, and in return you're helping them too, because if you put their name in and we get some for them, we're going to take it to them. Now we won't tell them who told us about them unless you give us permission to tell them. If not, then all they know is that a good neighbor, somebody in their oh, that's why that VMO thing's not working. Ooh, it's 21, not Venmo. It's at Kevin dash Elkins dash 21, not not 213. Okay, it's 21. No one ain't got no money out of that. Anyway, if you want to go Cash App, you can do that. You can look me up 241-9998, and it'll show you where our Cash App thing is. And I'll get a message on my phone say, "Hey, somebody just donated to you." I said, "Okay, good." And what we do is we give them a letter. We give them a letter, and I'll show it to you in a little while. We give them a letter that says, "This is from your neighbors," and your neighbor could be your friend. It could be somebody you don't know, but somebody that knows you. It could be we give them something to remember what you guys have done for them. Okay, on this day, remember what you have done. We've done a lot of things like this too. I and my good friend Randy Robinson on a couple of days before Christmas. Every year, it gives us a warm feeling in our heart to go out and help somebody. I have seen tears flow. I have seen people break down because they didn't know what they were going to do. And I'm just telling you, you guys do help people. And you can, by giving just a little, and we ask $20 at a minimum, $20. But you get what you want to. If you only got five, then five to do. But it's called our 2020 project. If enough people give $20, we can help 20 families. Okay, I'm just saying that's what we're trying to do, but we'll take more. I'm just saying. Okay, but our goal this year is $10,000. We almost got 1,000 right now, so we getting there. We getting there. It's gonna take a minute, but we getting there. Okay. Anyway, it's called a Helping Hands. There's a Facebook page called Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. You can go there and check things out. Or you can go to GoFundMe, which is on the board right here. GoFundMe, there's another page, another fundraiser called Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. You can give in Venmo at Kevin-Elkins 21. I got the wrong number up there. I got 213. It's 21. Okay. So help me out. Help us out. And we would love to make this a great day for some people, because believe it or not, there is somebody that oh what's that? Why do you have the background so wide? Oh, well, I don't know why it's so wide. It just is wide. Okay, should I not make it wide? Okay. Well, listen, I do this from home. People know that. I don't, I ain't trying to hide it, but I'll see what it looks like on the I'll see what it looks like on the I could put a fake background there now. I could do that, but I'm just not going to do that. People know it's a fake background. Hey, I'm a regular guy like everybody else. We I ain't the most tidy guy sometimes, but it looks good back there. Hey, the flag always looks good. Okay, so let's not stop that. But I'll see what I can do. Okay, everybody's getting on my case. Uh, uh-huh. Okay. So anyway, okay, maybe I should go. Maybe I should go the. Ooh, ooh. Maybe I should go. Maybe I should go the. Yeah, maybe I should go that way. I don't know. We'll see how that works later on. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. Today, there. Oh, let me put this thing on the thing. Uh, Okay, let me put this right there. Okay, I got to put this right there, because anyway, don't forget the Venmo thing is at Kevin-Elkins 21, not 213. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. And you can donate 24 hours a day. You can go to GoFundMe, or you can go do Venmo, or you can do Cash App. Okay, either or. And we don't take the money and buy new cars or anything like that. We take this money and it goes strictly to the people that we help. Every year we've done. Now, last year I had collected a little money. About this time, I didn't know I was getting ready to get. I was getting ready to be exchanged for an unemployment line. Um, but again, I'm not mad at anybody. They gave me a good ride, so I can't even get mad at Cumulus. Only thing I was upset about is I was in the middle of trying to collect a little money for people, and I wasn't able to do it, but we did get some. We did get some. So we still help. So for 9 years we've done it. The first 10 years I was down there, we gave away computers to kids who couldn't afford them. We gave a lot. We gave about 30 computers a year away, brand new, and nothing used, nothing refurbished. We went to Best Buy, the PX. We got all these computers for people, and people gave us money, and that was a lot of money. That was a lot of money back in the day. Okay, so I'm just saying. Uh, well, I think the president's got that one wrong. So that's it. He said the president said that according to the White House, everybody's doing well in this economy. Prices are down. No need for your fundraising. Well, I will say one thing. Like every other president, when you live in the White House and you get to ride on my gas, you get to live in my house, our house. You get, you kind of get disassociated with the rest of the world sometimes. And I listen. I mean, we don't want to. Like Truman. Truman left the White House. He was poor as I don't know what. We need to find him and let him get some of them. I mean, we don't want our leaders to look like they're paupers, do we? We don't. We want to treat them right. But now Trump didn't need our money for that, so he had the money already. At least that's what they say. So listen, I'm not angry at anybody that's doing better than I am, because most of the time that people are doing better than you, it's because of the person that looks back at you in the mirror. Oh, there's life, like Dave Ramsey says, life happens. But most of the time, the culprit and the responsibility of that is the guy who looks back at me when I look in the mirror. It is what it is. Okay, I'm just saying. So I don't. I think those guys who live in Washington, and not just him. I mean the Tubervilles, the Katie Britts, the Maxine Waters. You know all those people, the Bernie Sanders, all the people, the Pelosi's, all those people who get up there broke somehow on $174,000 a year somehow become millionaires. All of them. The Bombers went up there almost broke, and now they're worth over $200 million. So listen, it is what it is. You know, you go up there, you go up there, um, you go up there with a thankful and a grateful heart because the people put you there. But by the time you leave there, you think you did it, you know. And we did it. We did it for you. We gave you a job. And Brubaker used to tell me something. He said, you know, one of the reasons why he got out because people begin to believe that their doo-doo don't stink because they keep calling sir or senator this or representative this or Mr. President that. You know, they begin to think that they're important. And it's not you that's important. It is the things that you do for others that's important. So and listen, I'm not saying I don't know if you listen. I don't know if every time somebody said, "Hey, Senator Elkins," "Hey, Representative Elkins," you know, I wouldn't begin to leave the bathroom door open when I went in there. How come? Because it don't stink. Okay, so I don't know if I don't know how I would do it. Okay, so you know yeah we did we made a lot of nerds. So I don't know you know I'm but I'm gonna find out a little. I'm gonna find out a little bit about that in the next election. Okay, I'm gonna find out a little bit about if I win. I'm gonna find out a little bit about what do I have the character to understand that I'm a servant of the people because he and my job is to make sure their life is better, not necessarily to make my life better. I'm going to see if I got the stuff to do that. If I have the gonads to not just say what I want people to hear, but to hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I hope so. You know, other day I went to a Republican thing the other day, and you know, I think I think the Okay, wait a minute. Hold it. Willie, somebody said that we would be in a whole lot better if insurance prices would go down. Okay, now listen. To be on Willie's side here for a second, get first side. Listen, Willie don't make the prices of State. State Farm makes the prices, and according to all the things I see on TV, there are places around now you can get insurance on your full coverage insurance on your car for $39 a month. And that's what I'm hearing. You can get you now, has anybody out there actually got a cheap insurance rate that actually covered anything? Okay, because I do not believe I can get full coverage insurance for $39 a month. But every time you turn on the TV, every time you turn on um, uh, Facebook, everybody, we are advertising that we can get insurance for $39 a month. Okay, and I'm just trying to figure out. The Lord have mercy, Willie. If I can get it, I'm gone. If I can get insurance, the same insurance I'm getting from State Farm, if I can get the same insurance for $39 a month, I would be a fool to stay any place where it's costing me 1200 what 12 8 $1,600 a year. No. I'm just saying. So if anybody out there, good morning, Ranger Frazier. Appreciate it. One of the true heroes of the Airborne Rangers. Uh, this guy right here is a yeoman, is a gentleman. Nimrod Fraser. Nimrod. Most people don't know what the word Nimrod stands for. What it means. It means hunter. Okay, and you were one at one time. I don't know if you been to Africa and you went out there and shot the big one, But I know one thing: you've always, always, always. When I've come to you, we've always had a meeting of the minds, and I appreciate you. And your dad was a yeoman too. He was an interesting guy. I had an opportunity to meet him before he left. Got his book. As a matter of fact, his father wrote a book called "Here Comes Send in the Alabamians." And if you get a chance to read it, do that. He was in the military too. I think he was a lieutenant. I think it was in Korea, wasn't he, Nimrod? But and Nim was in. I don't know which Ranger bat he was in, but he was in one too. And so I think it was a lieutenant, lieutenant, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I wasn't officer material. Anyway, good morning to you. Hoorah! Anyway, he is one of the good guys. Rangers lead the way. They're born. Anyway, let's see what she's got to say. Your guy making the rich richer. Well, if you're already rich, then rich people have a tendency to get richer because they don't stop doing what they do to get there. Poor people stay poor because they keep doing the things that poor people do. I'm one of them. Okay, that's right. I keep buying a new car every 2 years rather than driving an old car for 2 years. Okay, for 5 years. We do stupid things. And poor people do stupid things. I'm one of them. Okay, because I didn't realize that. Yeah, you look good riding around town in a brand new car every 2 years, but all you're doing is folding the payments of one car into the payment of another car, and now your payment, which would have been $200 a month, now it's $2,000 a month because you keep getting new ones. I was stupid. I wish I could take my leg off and kick my own self up the butt. But poor people do what poor people do, and they remain poor. Where rich people do what rich people do, and they get richer. I don't know why y'all got this thing about rich people. Without rich people, there would be no jobs. Okay? Because poor people keep doing stupid things that poor people do, and therefore we stay poor. So thank God for rich people. Because let me ask you something. If everybody in Montgomery was poor, we couldn't get the streets swept. We wouldn't hardly pay taxes on anything. The little money we pay on taxes don't mean anything. So I'm just saying, y'all stop whining. Learn how to get poor. Learn how to get rich. Yeah. maybe the 50-year mortgage will help poor. No, I don't think it will. No, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I saw a guy on TV the other day. He said, "Hey, how much is your car payment?" Oh, my car payment is only like $84 a month. For how long? 96 months. Okay. All right then. In other words, you're never gonna pay the car off. Okay, you just gonna, you know, you got a rental for life. Okay, and when you die, the guy who owns the car is gonna come pick it up and sell it again. Okay, so I'm just saying that maybe, and again, that's poor people doing what poor people do. Okay, I don't think we want a 50-year. Excuse me, how? And I certainly don't need a 50-year mortgage. In other words, you don't ever plan to own it. You're just gonna rent it. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Who would pay exactly? Who would pay the taxes in Montgomery? Not the poor. So y'all get off rich people. I love rich people. I love them. That's right. I like standing by them and see if a dollar hit the ground, maybe I'll pick it up and put it in my pocket. I'm not sure, but move right along. It is my understanding that the standoff is about to end, and that's a good thing. And we're giving Katie Britt, the senator from the state of Alabama, which I got a call out to her and Tuberville, and Shamori Figures got a left one. So we're going to get them on as soon as we possibly can, as soon as as soon as their schedules would allow. So that's what we're working on now. So evidently, we're going to open back up the government, which is good. Now, here's the big lie that people like to tell. Listen, the military got paid. No federal worker is going to lose any money. They're all going to get the money that was owed to them as if they were working. Okay, they're all going to get it. Okay. So I think that we get bamboozled by politicians all of the time when it comes to those kinds of things. We think that what the Democrats tell us is absolutely true when they be lying to us like I don't know what. Okay, I'm just saying, So maybe the poor folk will be able to get on the airplane for the holidays. Okay, again, I love rich people. As long now, I don't love selfish people, but I ain't got no problem with people who got more money than I got because I got to tell you, I'm one of them poor people with poor people habits. Okay, if I now if all of a sudden I luck up and get some money now, if you overstop tax, who pays most of the taxes, Camilla? Poor people don't pay most of the taxes. Rich people do. You couldn't buy a car if from with my taxes if I was the only one paying taxes, y'all still be hungry. Okay. Uh Man, I'm not skipping over your time. I'm taking the ones okay. Uh yeah. Well, I said I'd pick up the dollar, man. I didn't say nothing about I believe you would twerk for a dollar since you just said you'd pick up a rich person if he drops it. Well, but I'll because I'm thinking if he drops it, he's dropping it for me. See, he just don't want to turn around. He don't want to. He don't want to. He don't. Oh, it was the Democrats' fault. Okay, it was a Democrats' fault that the government shut down almost 40 days. It was their fault. Always is their fault. Okay, because Democrats, and again, if I want you to go back and do some research on this. Everything they fight for is something that makes us more dependent on them and not our own selves. So go back and look at the things they fight for. SNAP benefits. Well, we not just learn that SNAP benefits is benefiting them more than it is us? Okay. Because I'm going to tell you, if we did not have SNAP benefits, people would still eat because we would make sure they ate. The people who had little money, we would make sure they ate because we are human beings. And we don't like churches would make sure people eat. We probably do a better job than the government. But again, everything they fight for is to make us more dependent upon them and not ourselves. Okay, everything Democrats fight for. They don't fight. They do not fight to keep us none to keep us non-reliant on them. Everything they fight for, it's about making us have to come back to them, kiss their ring, kiss their butt, and make us say, "That sure tastes good." Okay, they don't fight for you. They fight to keep their power. And I'm not saying the Republicans don't do the same thing, but the Republicans don't promise you everything. Okay, a matter of fact, they don't promise you nothing, and they keep their promise. I'm good with that. The Democrats promise you everything, and you end up with nothing. And then the things that they're giving you is what you're already paying for. So it's an illusion that they're helping. Okay. Not one Democrat wrote a check to anybody to give them food stamps. Okay. Those stamps, those SNAP benefits, whatever they come from all of us. Every last one of us. I'm just saying, so don't get it twisted that they actually care about you. They care about your vote, just like redistricting plans and all these things. These things do not do not help the average voter. The average voter is not helped by any political party. Now, if you believe they are, well, you show me where that has worked out for the poor folks. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, black folks have been tethered to the Democratic Party for 60, 70 years, and we still, okay. Listen, listen. Again, listen. I know I heard what Trump said, but listen, we know that's like the city of Montgomery. The mayor is responsible to us for the situation that we find ourselves in, whether it's a good one or a bad one. He's responsible. The president ultimately, because he's the president of the United States, but he is. But again, you have to blame the Congress, also the Senate and the House of Representatives. But yeah, he's right. It's like the first sergeant. He takes responsibility for when his team screws up. When his company screws up, the CEO takes the responsibility. I agree with you, but let's be realistic here, though. Realistically, he don't suffer any pain for taking responsibility. It's the people out here that get the pain for the things that did not happen. So but ultimately he is right, just like anybody else. Just like Stephen is responsible to the people for what goes on in the city of Montgomery, even though he got 9 city councilmen. Is it a failure of leadership? I don't know. Some people can't be led, but Montgomery happens to be a strong city council and a weak mayor. Well, guess what? In America, it is a pretty much the president has a bully pulpit, but the Congress has all the power. But he gets the power to manipulate. He gets the power to influence. And if he can do that as a good leader, then. But I actually think Trump. I actually think Trump is doing pretty good. I do. I think he's doing pretty good. Now I don't like, but the things that comes out of his mouth sometimes kind of make you wonder. You know, go back and listen to President Trump saying government shutdown is the president's fault. It's his responsibility to get leaders and to make a deal. Yeah, in 2030. Yeah, I'm absolutely agree with you. Yeah, it's his responsibility, but is it his fault? No, because he doesn't pass one law, not one. The mayor is not responsible for the crimes in Montgomery, but he is accountable. Okay, so we can play that word game all we want to, but at the end of the day, we we want somebody to fix it. Just fix it. We don't care how it get fixed. Just fix it. That's what we just want it fixed. We want our country back. We want it fixed. Which brings me to another thing that we want to talk about today. Okay. Now there are talking about stimulus checks, uh, terrorist stimulus checks. I'm waiting for mine. Yeah, I'll be right over here looking for one. Yeah, because I love getting that stimulus check back in the day when Trump first got in. Yeah, that helped the brother out good. So I appreciate that. Now, if I can get a tariff stimulus check for all the money we bringing in through the tariffs, yeah, send that check on down. Yeah, I send that check on down. Okay. As a matter of fact, now they call it a $2,000 tariff payment. Now, I personally don't think it's going to pass, but I ain't gonna lie to you. If it comes out, I've got my hand out. Okay. The president, Donald Trump, has reintroduced the idea of a stimulus type style payment to Americans, funded by revenue generated by tariffs on foreign imports. A dividend of $2,000 a person, not including high income people, which will be paid to everyone, Trump wrote in Truth Social. Details of the payments are scarce, however, would likely require congressional approval, which is probably true too. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that he has not discussed the idea with the president, adding that there are no specific proposals, for a check. But I'll be waiting around and see if the money gets to flowing. Because if it does, I'm going to have my hand out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to have it. They are all welfare kings and queens. Hey, listen, I can't. But it's the way our government is. It's the way our government is. Okay. Oh. And let's talk about that, Greg. Now, the it's an amazing thing. Somebody sent me the other day that during the during the shutdown, the Democrats blame Trump, but when they reached the deal, they blame the Democrats because we opened back up. So now, which is it, Mr. Democrats? Were the Democrats responsible for the shutdown? Because you just mad at them now, saying that you shouldn't have voted for it. So who was responsible for the shutdown? It was the Democrats. Okay, that's who it was. I mean, it was a Democrat. I'm just saying that's just what it is. It is what it is. Okay, but I'm waiting for that $2,000 check. I'm waiting for that $2,000 check to come down, and I'll be waiting for it. Okay, yeah, I'll be waiting someplace for it. Okay. But there's no place like America. We we are still in the experimental phase of our republic. And we are one of the youngest countries in the world. I mean, we haven't been around that long, but we trying to get it right. Because we got so many people pulling each other from here to there, from there to here. Um, we still trying to get it right. Okay. Well, we've always been divided states because that's why they call them states. Because if we all were the same, we'd be one united state, and we're not. We are a conglomeration of 50 states, 48 contiguous, and two not so contiguous. So we still working on it. We've always been a great country, but we've never been a perfect country, and we never will. I don't want to live in a perfect country. Okay, I don't want to live in a perfect country. I don't. Okay, let me have a country with a couple of faults. Okay, now let me talk about something today that's going to be part of our problem. That's going to be part of our problem real soon, and we don't realize it yet. You know, smart devices, right? We call them smartphones. We call them smart. Let's see. Let's see. Smart devices. Let's talk about this for a second. Smart devices, which would be like phone, appliances, smart cities, smart code TVs, smart cars, all of these things that we call smart. Smart this and smart that. So I got to thinking the other day, and somebody brought this to my mind. What makes them smart? I mean, yeah, I hear what you're. That's right. There are flights leaving the divided states every day. No problem. You just get a one way ticket. Don't even worry about coming back. But all of this, I want you guys to think about this real seriously. Now, this is a moment of thinking right here. And if you can't handle this, then you can hang up the phone. But I want you to think about this for 1 second. Smart devices do what? What do smart devices do? What do they really do? What does your smartphone really do? What does your smart streets really do? What do your smart cars really do? What at the end of the day, what is the basic premise of smart devices? Anybody know? I want you to think about this for a second. What do they do? Now, the one thing never gonna get on, I'm never gonna get on a smart plane. Okay, I'm never gonna get on an airplane that takes me someplace and nobody's up there flying it. We ain't gonna. We ain't, it may be smart, but I'm not that smart, so I'm not getting on one. But tell me what smart things do. We'll get back to this other stuff in a little bit here. But what do smart devices? Come on, somebody tell me. What do smart things do? And if you think about it for a couple of seconds, that you want to get the hell out away from the smart world, okay? What do they do? Mm-hmm. Come on now. Well, let me hear. What? And nobody knows what all these smart devices are doing. Anybody knows? And they know you don't know. I got a text. Somebody okay. Okay then. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So what do they do? It makes me smarter than Kevin. Uh-oh, Big Daddy, you are you're in the park. You're in the park. You're in the park. But it is something more nefarious than that. It is something more nefarious than that. So while I love technology, I love being able to hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 7:53 a.m.
Okay. Now, when I just asked Siri what time was it, I put in motion what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you guys about. Okay? Do you not get it? Do you not understand what smart devices do? Well, let me tell you what they do. The SNAP program showed us what smart devices do. I have never seen so many people whining to the government about something that they should do for themselves. Never. Listen. Years ago, if I had 6 kids and 5 baby daddies, I wouldn't got on. I wouldn't got on TV and say, "Hey, I got all these kids that can't feed them." We'd have been too ashamed to say that. So, smart devices have made us dependent upon them. And what is going to man, wait. Okay, let me make sure I get her. All right, let me see if I can get that there. Okay. Yes, that's you.
Hello.
Yes.
Listen, you know what it proves to the fact that when SNAP happens is that you can feed everybody in every other country with a drop of a hat. And you don't think twice about it. And it's the taxpayers' money that's sitting over here making the money and sending it to you. But if you got people inside your country, that ought to speak volume of people outside of our country and say, how in the hell you let your people have a food problem, food deserts in certain parts of the town. But you can send money to people who you trying to get their oil and riches out of their country because you're doing it for a reason. You're not just sending money for no reason to help. It's about what you're going to take from them once you give them the money. Their resources, oil, chips, minerals that you need to make these batteries that you need, lithium that you need. You're going to get something from them. It's not about being like Jesus. It's about what I'm going to get in return, like you did with the Africa and robbed them all their wealth. So that's what it's about. And then you have people sitting over here and you complain about them asking for money to feed children for breakfast or for lunch or giving them family a helping hand. And you begging for a helping hand for people right now.
Absolutely.
If you treat your people, taxpayers, little dimes, all they little pennies that you take from them, might not be a whole lot. And if you are a rich person and got a poor accountant and you paying taxes, that's the biggest lie you can tell.
There are people
much more than you give them.
There are people in this country who certainly can use a hand. And I'm not saying that they're coming up that we couldn't use a hand either at some point in time. But it's gotten to the point in this country now where people are being paid for irresponsibility. And it is not my fault that you got 5 or 6 kids by 5 different guys, and none of them can feed their children. That's irresponsibility.
I concentrate on the mother that's actually going to work every day. And working and need a helping hand with insurance and daycare. I'm concentrating on the positive mother that's getting up every morning and heading for a job.
And the men.
I'm not going to concentrate on that 1% or 0.9% that you're talking about, that you see in the paper that somebody float out there so y'all can have a talking point for today. Because I meet those mothers that are workers. Like if you wanted them to come to work as a TSA, so who's going to pay their daycare? I would have brought my child on to work with me. That's what I would have done.
Now I have brought my child to work with me a couple of times, Z, when he was little.
So I'd have brought him on to the airplane hangar, and he'd have been sitting by me. Because see, I wouldn't leave my child. Where are you going to leave him?
Okay.
So the DHR can come get you.
But there's a principle here, though. America's poor people are some of the richest poor people in the world. So are we irresponsible? Okay, with what we have, which puts ourselves and I'm listen.
But my point is this: if you give America all their money in their check, like my check, I'm still paying taxes. And I've been paying taxes since I was 14.
Well, we're all paying taxes.
So don't tell.
I mean,
don't tell me about.
But we all paying taxes, not just you. We all paying.
I know that, but my point is, if you continue to take people's money, if you give everybody all their money, you wouldn't have an excuse to ask you for nothing. That's my point. If you give me all my money, I wouldn't ask you for a dime because I can invest my money and make money.
Yeah, but you got to have something to invest. You got to stop sending our kids to school for dumb things and then expecting them to get a job from it.
I didn't see. some of us didn't do that. Some of our children got good jobs.
Some of them
They
do.
went and got good education. I concentrate on those that got good jobs. Mine got a
But,
good one.
but all this smart stuff that we keep coming up with are making our kids dumb. They don't have to remember anything. They don't have to remember anything now. All they got to do is say, "Hey Siri, what's this all about?" And Siri will tell them. They don't know how it got there, what it's made out of. What's water? Oh, water something you drink. Yeah, but what is it? Yeah, a lot of them don't.
But my point is they can have Siri what it's made of. But my point is this: every generation is smarter than the next generation.
Except no, that's not true. The generation of today is nothing like those folks who graduated in 75 and 76. They're not the same.
Listen, these little kids can do technology better than you will ever.
No,
Like
no,
your
they can't. No, they
listen
can't.
what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. They're smarter than some adults that's in the office that need a little millennial to come in there and tell him to operate. Like, take the house they're building downtown for the legislature.
Mm-hmm.
As old as they are, I want to see how many of them going to operate any of that equipment that they're going to put in that house.
And I want to
technology.
Right. And I want to see.
Operate it.
Okay. And I want to see a young person, somebody puts a cow in front of them, tell them to get me some milk.
We ain't worried about that day no more.
Oh,
our kids ain't going back to that.
So what you're telling?
If you think our kids gonna pick some and go out in the pasture, you dream.
And therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem.
I didn't work hard for my child to go back to somebody's field. You out your mind. I did. My mother had us in the field.
Yeah.
My mother grew up as a sharecropper, and my grandmother was a child of a slave.
Yeah.
So don't tell me about hard times. Oh no, my grandchildren, I expect them to go greater than their mother.
They are not more advanced than we are. The technology is more advanced than we are. If the same crap was
and
around
they know how
then,
to use it.
And I know how to use it too. So
when you concentrate.
But again, you at the end of the day, a little water will destroy everything, and technology won't mean anything. So you better learn the basic things.
In the first place, no one in the United States of America told them to drop analog and go to Wi-Fi.
That's
Nobody
true.
asked the people. Nobody asked the people. Because in the long run, all our systems, missiles and whatever, planes and whatever, if it go down, somebody going down.
like this, see, what is the hydrogen monoxide? Now I know what that is, but if you ask a kid what that is today, man, I don't know what that is. But now,
he got a device to help him.
But again, that will give you the answer, but you still won't know what it is. So anyway, bye. Nice to talk to you. Again, the kids today are not smarter in general than the kids of yesteryear. Our environment has changed. The things that we give them has changed. But again, who you think built the stuff that brought forth this new technological age? It is the older people who brought it. I think the land navigation thing was provided by a lot of black folks. As a matter of fact, refrigeration, all that stuff. I mean, that a lot of black folks came up with some of that. As a matter of fact, the women who helped put us on the moon didn't need a computer. They were called computers because they were forced to use their brain, logic, and reason. But so now all we got to do is ask Siri, okay, a question. Hey Siri, what is the largest country in the world? And Siri will come right back with the answer. Okay. Siri. Okay. So what's the largest country in the world, Siri? Just to make my point here. Russia. See there? Now I had forgotten all about that. Okay. But we can ask it anything. And what makes it the largest country in the world, but it doesn't have the most people in the world. Okay. But that's okay. So if you take away the reasoning skills and of the brain, then you're on the way down. And a lot of our kids today do not reason. Okay, they did not use apply logic and all these things that the brain already has that we put on a chip now and we call it a computer. So I don't think the kids today are any smarter. As a matter of fact, they're a little bit dumber. They're just a little bit dumber than we were because we had to think about things. We had to look things up. We had to research things. And here's another thing: we actually had to read a book. Okay, now we can surmise what a whole book is about in one paragraph. Okay, with AI. Okay, jobs. So look at jobs, for instance. Used to be if you had in 1975, 76, or somewhere around that in the early 80s, if you had a college degree, you may not have been able to get a job in your field of study because it was probably a dumb field of study like philosophy or gender studies or some crap like that. But you would be able to get a job somewhere because people know at least you were teachable and you could learn things. Although if you need to go to the school and figure out what a woman is, then you probably you probably be unemployed for a while if that's what it takes for you to figure out what a female is. But talking about other things. See, now these are the types of conversations that we all have in public school, but we don't. Okay, we don't have these conversations in public school because everybody wants to be politically correct. I don't. I don't care about being politically correct, not even one little bit. Because at the end of the day, water will take any piece of technology down. And then what you gonna do then? What you gonna do? Good morning there, Mr. Duke.
Dude, what's up, Mr. Elkins?
Not much.
Now you got an interesting conversation going now about jobs and stuff like that. But did you see the interview with your president and Laura Ingraham?
No, I did not.
Okay. He was talking about jobs. He's saying, somebody came out and said, called somebody deplorable and stuff like that a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm Clinton.
Clinton.
Mrs.
Clinton called the people.
Yes, she did. She said they're a bunch of deplorables. That's what she said. Yeah.
Okay. Trump said you guys are a bunch of dummies. He had to go overseas and get talent, and you don't take. You need to hear it first. So I'm gonna see where you are on that. But he's saying that he hiring foreigners to come in to do the jobs in this country because we're not smart enough to do it, Kevin.
Oh, the president said that?
Yes, okay, last night. Yes.
Now hold this. Let me.
Now pull it up, and look at it.
Just let me.
He didn't twist his word. He didn't try to twist his words.
I just want to make
sure.
Like
that.
I just want to make
Go
sure.
ahead.
I just want to make sure that you tell him exactly. So the president of the United States said distinctly, concisely, and without any mental hesitation or reservation that Americans were not smart enough to do what?
Some of these jobs.
Okay. So he said we weren't smart enough to do them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He said, he can't pull it up and look at it. Then you can comment on it better. But yes, he said it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. Y'all a bunch of damn dummies in this country. And so that defeated his comment about the Mexicans taking the blacks' jobs. Mm-hmm. Hell. Huh?
Okay,
come on. He said the Mexican guy here saying they're taking the black jobs, but he said that all these high-tech jobs that he had to go get the Koreans and people like that to come do the job because y'all some damn dummies, Kevin. You people over here in this country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna see. I can see. I don't think a president of the United States would say that, but we'll see.
Yeah. Pull it up and look at it. You could try to twist it and roll it over and take this out of there and try to make it fit your little narrative, all you please, sir. But he said it.
Okay. So he said those exact words.
You listen to him, yeah.
Okay,
she kind of pushed him on it a little bit. She tried to have him out. She said, "You trying to say we don't have people smart enough?" He said, we didn't know they're not smart enough to do some of these jobs. We ain't got time to train these people. Blah 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 blah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna find it.
And then
I'm gonna find it and see if I can find it, man. Yeah. If you,
I love the way the Democrats set him up on the snap thing. When that judge told him Friday to go ahead and pay these people
Mm-hmm.
all their money, Trump said, hell no, I ain't giving him nothing. I'm going to the Supreme Court. So he showed right there, he ain't give a damn about feeding y'all, but he wants to give $10,000 to some people that stayed on the job for free somewhere, an airline or somewhere, something like that. You know, where that $10,000 come from? He said, I don't know. I get it somewhere, some kind of way. But he ain't got money to feed folks.
Right.
See?
Brother,
the president been on the road.
I don't know anybody in this country, unless they're old, that's going hungry every day. Okay. Now let me.
You be surprised,
you sure?
huh?
Now wait a minute. You sure the president did not say that we didn't
pull it up for yourself and read it?
He said we did. He said we don't have enough talented Americans to fill some skilled jobs today. Now that's what he said. He didn't say that Americans are not.
Listen to the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing when she questioned him about that.
Okay,
he said that we have smart people. He said, no, we don't.
He said we don't have enough people to fill some of the
jobs.
Because we're too busy.
It's a slap in our face like we're not smart.
No.
He want to flood the country with these damn.
No, he don't. But we also.
Yes, he do.
We also.
See, I knew you. Read the whole, play the whole thing for your audience, and then you're gonna sit here and try to dissect it.
I will. But I also.
All right, I gotta go right now, boss.
You're going to school for gender studies. You're not ready to.
See that? You want to get off track now? See, we talking about high tech jobs, sir. High tech jobs, damn it! Now, come on. Stay on the rail. Stay on the rail right here now. Don't run off the rail, please.
Listen, if you get a link to it, send me a link to it, and I'll play it. You're not sending.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
Are you smart enough to send it?
Well, hell, I ain't got time right now. I want you to do that. That's your job. I ain't doing your job for you.
Okay, I'll find it. Okay, appreciate it. See, I know that the President of the United States did not say that Americans are not smart enough. We are the reason why the world's in some of the great shapes that it is. But former President Donald Trump stated that the United States does not have enough talented Americans to fill certain skilled jobs today. And this is not something that's new. We have not been the top mathematicians in the world for a long time. And math, if you really think about it, math, the Lord knows I wasn't. Math is the essence of all things. And if you're not good at math, if you don't spend a lot of time, as a matter of fact, yesterday, we are lacking engineers in America. Now, my son wants to be an electrical engineer, which surprised me. Because me and math, we were like friends, but we didn't know we didn't live next door to each other. Okay, I just couldn't handle the math part. So America has never been a place in public school where we have forced math on people. Like me now. Okay, now and one day, and to make my point, one day my son comes home. Z came home and he got a C in calculus. And I complained to him. You say you can't. That's the best you can do. You can't get a B or an A or anything like that. And the young man looked at me straight in the face and asked me a question that I will never forget as long as I live. He said, "Dad," I said, "Yeah, I'm on him." I said, "Man, come on, man, you can get an A. Come on, man. What's this C thing?" He said, "Can you do it?" All I did was look stupid because I didn't like math. I didn't like calculus, trigonometry, algebra. I didn't like none of that stuff. I couldn't care less about it. And that's where the money is. So, and the next time he brought home his report card, he had an A in it. Not only could I not get an A in it, I couldn't even get a good D in it. Okay. Because I just did not like math that much. I just didn't. Yeah, I just didn't mention. Hey, let me tell you about one of our sponsors today. One Stop Wireless, 334-320-2988. If you need a cell phone and you need to, you're tired of AT&T, you're tired of all these people who swearing down things coming. If you come down there, you get a free phone, you get this and that, and then you find out that, you know what, it's really not free. Okay. That's what you find out. It's really not free. So you go down there. Trust me, I know. So you go down there, okay, and you get the phone, and you find out that the phone wasn't free at all. And so now you're stuck on now you are stuck on the phone for 13 years because you didn't read the bottom line. Okay, I'm just saying we need some honesty in advertising. So One Stop Wireless, which is located at 3445 Atlanta Highway, okay, which is right next to the gas station. There's a Shell gas station right there, okay? Shell gas station right there, okay? And they got all kinds of phones. If you got an old phone sitting around your house that's not being used, maybe you went down there like I did and went down to AT&T and got this phone. I mean Verizon, and then to kind of find out that it wasn't really free after all. After I got done looking at the contract that I had already signed, it wasn't free at all. It was a delayed payment plan, which is what it was. So anyway, I took it. I took it to those guys and I'll pay for the phone, but I'm not paying for that service forever. And they hooked me up, and they got me on a great phone, as a matter of fact. And I'm just telling you, I'm forever thankful that they are there. 320-2988, One Stop Wireless. Again, 3445 Atlanta Highway, right next to the gas station, right on Coliseum Boulevard, right on the corner of Coliseum and Atlanta Highway. It's a Shell station right there. They're right next door to it. I'm just telling you, they can get you, if you already got a phone and you don't want to go buy another phone, you got a phone and they turned it off on you because y'all had a disagreement, they can get it back on. Okay, they can turn that phone on. Okay, so give them a call. 334-320-2988. That's 334-320-2988. And if your cell phone ain't working so you can make that call, well, go down on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard, and they'll talk to you. One Stop Wireless. Okay, I'm just telling you, they're great people, and you can get internet service wireless anywhere uh, for $35 a month. Now there is a fee to set the account up, but after that, it's $35 a month. And you can take it with you. You don't have to call. You don't have to call anybody because it's all wireless. It work in your house, work just about anywhere in the country, all kind of places. Out in the boondocks, it's good. And all it is the box. You plug it up, bam. I believe they are hooked up to that Elon Musk thing. I think it's called some thing they got up in the sky up there. I forgot exactly what it is. It's called oh man, what's it called? But anyway, they got it. Okay. $35 a month. Excuse me. 35. I think it's $35. It's either $35 or $45 a month, but you got the internet. Okay. No long-term contract. You get tired of paying it, but everybody needs the internet. The internet is not something that is a luxury anymore. It is an absolute necessity that we use that stuff from now on. I mean, you can't do anything without the internet. Okay. So you might want to give those guys One Stop Wireless. Okay. 334-320-2988. And don't forget to ask them about $22 a month landline, $22 a month home phone, $22 a month home phone. Okay. Just in case you don't want to let your kids. And they got all kind of phones. They got Apples. They have they got all kind of phones. They got Apples. They got Samsung. They got the Google phone. They got all kind of things. And what they don't have, they can get it. You can also pay your gas bill. You can pay your light bill down there. I don't know if you can pay your light bill. I know you can pay your gas bill and a couple other bills down there, right there. So if your transportation is messed up, or you don't want to send it, and you'll get a text sent to your telephone telling that you paid it, so you can have proof that you paid it for the man. Right when they come out there and turn off your stuff. So go pay your light bill, okay, or your gas bill, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, that's One Stop Wireless. 3445 Atlanta Highway. I'm just telling you, they do great service. I've been happy doing business with them for 10 years. Okay, I'm just telling you, they're good people down there. Okay, right next to the gas station on the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard, the gas station right there. Okay, so anyway, so give them a call. What's that number again? 888-340-2988. Okay? One Stop Wireless, the place where only one stop will do it. Okay? I'm just telling you, you might want to do that. Move right along to other things. Okay, so did we solve the problem of whether or not? Now, see, I knew the president has got more sense than say that America don't have people that can do those kind of jobs. We have less people because we don't put an emphasis because public school. If all the public schools were like Valiant Cross, we wouldn't be having these conversations about public schools. We just wouldn't have them because they expect excellence out of you. And then it is the pursuit of excellence. Our public schools now have become places where they look at every child that walks in the door as $1 because it keeps the gears oiled for more dollars to come in there. It's not really about education anymore. Because if it was about education, we wouldn't be teaching our kids that a man can actually become a woman. Okay. Or a woman can actually be a man. Wait a minute. Let me get this. Let me get this for you, Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe.
Okay, man. I wanted to talk about something that some of your callers brought up the other day about the $2 billion worth of money going to Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
That is not he did not give them $2 billion. It is what you call a currency swap. Now, I'm going to be real simple in the way I explain a currency swap.
Yeah, explain to us simply. Yeah,
it's a loan.
Okay.
In which they are supposed to pay back the part that they use. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So all those that think that, and by the way, why did the Democrats shut down the government, Kevin? The settlement they settled for was open to them the first week of the shutdown. They could have taken it then, but they put all these people out of work, and they got all these flights canceled, and all this SNAP benefits canceled. Why did they do
that? You know why they did it.
Okay.
I mean, you know why they did it. Yeah.
Well, they said they wanted leverage. Well, they got some leverage. We'll see how this works out for them because I don't think shutdown Schumer's doing too well from what I see on the interweb either.
Mm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think that we just gonna see.
All right. Well,
appreciate it. So it's a loan, and we're not giving them money. It's a currency swap.
It's what's called a currency swap. It's not like we just handed them $20 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be paid back. Okay?
All right, then.
All right. Thanks.
Appreciate it. I like people who are smarter than I am who can give me information. Okay, not pretend to be smarter than me, but who actually is smarter than I am. I can understand that. I can live with that. All right. So the numbers here are 521-2963. If you got something on your mind, please give us a call. I don't mind. I ain't mad at you. I mean, I don't know everything, but I know people who know things. Okay, that's the deal. I know people who know things. Okay, that's it. I don't know everything. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that can save everybody. Okay, I'm just a nobody. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna get at that one of these days. I used to sing for a living. Maybe the 50-year mortgage will help pay. I don't think it's gonna help poor folks, but we gonna see. Don't Trump fire a large number of people to balance the budget? Sure. I am a I'm not. Listen, I'm not. And listen, I'm not against people, the president pardoning people, as long as they learn their lesson. I don't have a problem. Let them pardon Diddy. I mean, the only thing Diddy did that I didn't like in that telephone in that hotel room, he hit that woman. And I just, you know, I just find that but he been in jail long enough for that now. Yeah, pardon it, man. We pardoned Strawberry the other day. I mean, I can't figure what Strawberry did anyway, what Daryl Strawberry did anyway. But hey, I ain't got no problem with president because if I ever get in trouble, I'm gonna call up some of my Republican friends and say, hey, can you call the White House and let a black man out or something? I don't know, but hopefully that won't happen to me. But you never can tell. Okay, I may have to call the White House and see what's going on up there. Okay, okay, and I'm trying to get Shamari Figures, Tuberville, and Katie Britt on because they go all over other town, but they don't know I'm still here. I'm still alive, so I'm doing that. Okay, I'm trying to get things happening. Okay, but he said we had a large right. He did. He said we have a shortage of talented people in certain areas, and we do. See, you can't believe. Not only can you not believe things on the internet most of the time, you cannot believe what comes out of people's mouth because we'll take something. Let me put it this way: they showed us in the army. You can tell that there's 100 people in the formation. You start saying, "Hey, it's gonna rain tonight." By the time it gets to the 100th person, man, I hear snow is coming. So you can't go by what people say all the time. You just can't because people hear one thing and it's really something else. They don't know. I mean, they're just lying to. They be lying, but they don't know they're lying. Okay. And now let me get back to the smart devices. What smart devices have done, they have rendered us somewhat intellectually, um, well, they almost taken us back to illiteracy. Okay. So, smartphones, smart appliances, smart thermostats. And, ladies and gentlemen, what happens if weather goes bad? Okay. Electricity goes out. All of your smart devices don't work. So, you better keep some old school stuff around just in case that should happen. A few years ago in Texas, everybody had these what do you call those things to put in when I went home, first time in my life I ever seen that many things, and they put them in the field and they go round and round and round and round and round, and I guess they move wind, whatever those things are called, because I'd never seen that many. I mean, I was headed home and I saw all kinds of these things in the field. I can't think of the name what they call them right now. Um, but anyway, they're like pumpers. They pump water or they do all kind of things. Um, um, uh, uh, Whatever. You don't have enough money. Well, yeah, my $2 check. Okay, thank you. That's right. Windmills. Um, Windmills. A couple years ago in Texas, that were pumping. They were pumping electricity. Helping to fuel the electricity system they got down. And guess what? It got so cold in one of those winters, there was no wind blowing to blow the pumps. People were freezing in their house because they're waiting for the windmills to turn. Okay, that's that technology for you. Okay, so now we got people had they just got a fireplace in the house, all they do is go outside and put some firewood in that sucker and set it afire and get some warmth. Okay. Excuse me. What's the guy's name? We call him not Boogie Ray, but Mr. Duke. Mr. Duke. Thank you. I appreciate that off-site producer. Claire, what's her name? Claire McCaskill said that we weren't smart enough to do those kinds of things. That's what she said. Okay, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't say that. Okay, the president didn't say that. He did, and he is right. We have a shortage of people because we are not that. We're not that. We're not mathematically inclined. Okay, except for those folks who go to MIT and SIT, whatever, CIT, whatever those institutes of technologies are. Those folks are brilliant people. If you're good at math, you can pretty much be good at anything. Math is the essence of all things. All things. You cannot go through the day without using math. You just can't. You can't drive a car without using math. Everything we do, it is almost a perfect science. So if you're good at math, you can pretty much you ain't gonna have no problem getting the job. Now, if you're like me, me and math didn't get along too good sometimes. I mean, I knew the basics, the addition, subtraction, say addition, subtraction. What's the other two? There's two more. I can't think what they are. Uh, MIT, Montgomery Institute of Trucking. Okay, well, I hear what you're saying. But math is the essence of everything. Be good at that, and you write your own ticket. Okay, and that's why I don't quite understand why we don't spend a lot more time. Because my son just made me shut up one day. Listen, I've never mentioned anything else about math to him since that day. I just got to, I got to go on. And listen, just because you can find the answer on the internet, okay, then doesn't mean you know how you got it. Okay, and then we went to the other idiocracy of called Common Core math. Well, Common Core math. One day I went to my son's room when he was going to what's that Father Manuel's school out there. It's called Love the School though. Love the School. A great atmosphere and everything. Where's that name of that school? The Catholic school out there. But anyway, I went in there and they were doing Common Core math, and the thing on the wall said 3 times 69 or 3 times 89, something like that. They had on the screen, on the wall, they had at least 100 character. 100. Oh, God. Well, good morning, Mr. Mayor. Uh-oh. He got the wrong thing. Okay, Todd. Give me a call. The mayor, the former mayor of the city of Montgomery was trying to chime in here, and we'll get him another time though. But anyway, so which is what Todd did say one time. So goes education, so goes Montgomery, and he's absolutely right. Hold on, let me call the mayor. Let me see what he's. Let me see what he wants. He wanted something, so let me go see what he wanted. I gotta find that number here again. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me take a little break here, and I shall be back in a moment. So don't go any place. We'll be right back. Just hold loose. The mayor was trying to get me. The former mayor was trying to get me. So we're gonna see if we can talk to him in a second here, because he had something he wanted to say. He always got something he wanted to say. So we'll be back right after this. So don't go any place. I'll be back. Okay, just don't go any place. I'm not done yet. I got much time. Even if I have to go over, I'll stick around a little longer. Okay. So let me see if I can find out what he wanted, and we'll be right back.
We change the world history right here where we're from. It's new beginning to you and me, 'cause we're not done. In our city, in our city, we're not done. I appreciate that.
Okay, turn that off. Okay, so that was the former mayor of the city of Montgomery. Always, I just send him a link to the old studio. Hopefully, he'll join us in a couple of minutes. Let me see here now. Who was calling me a couple seconds ago? I don't know who that was. We'll see in a minute, though. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Well, somebody was calling, but they're gone. So now, hopefully, the mayor will get that link on his phone, or we will put it on there. Okay, maybe I should just call Todd. Okay. Mm-mm. Stop buying expensive cars, fake hair, and fake nails. Oh, here's the mayor. Here's the mayor. It's honor. It's honor. The former mayor of the city of Montgomery. Aren't you the young? Besides Emory Farmer, former Todd, you were the longest running mayor, right, for a while.
Well, I got elected for 3 terms. Emory had been there forever. Bobby was elected for 3 terms. So,
He was?
we had our time in the barrel, and we had a good time, and we did a few things right, and there were some things that I wish we could have done differently. But that's water under the dam.
That
We
is.
got we got a new sheriff in town, in half of the last 6 years or so.
Yeah, we have. So what brings you? What auspicious occasion brought you to the mayor of the airways?
Because I ran across you last week with Glenn Pruitt's daughter's dedication, and I missed being on your show. I
Yeah.
missed that camaraderie. I missed that interaction with individuals, and I didn't know you were still the mayor of Airways in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
And you just decided this morning to make it happen for me, and I was here at my computer, and actually I learned something this morning. I don't know that I've ever done this, so I'm flattered and honored, and just great to be in the position I'm in right now, doing what I want, when I want, with who I want to do it with.
And watch out with that. Now, I'm just saying.
Well, it'll get you in trouble every now and again, but we stay active. We
Good.
kind of do things that we want to do, and there's causes out there. All of the great things that Ken Austin's doing, Charles Lee's doing, those are making a difference in our community. And I still stay involved a little bit with the military because it's so important, to us, and from that standpoint. So, hopefully, I'm continue to make a difference.
Well, you have, and happy Veterans Day. I know you're a veteran.
Yep. Yesterday,
yeah.
it was a great day. I declined to walk. The Wright Flyer Association, which supports military, built a replica of the Wright Flyer and put
saw
it.
that.
Ingram State College built that. We got up some money to get it done, and so it's on a platform that you can pull. It can be a static display, or you can in fact roll it in a parade, and that's what they did yesterday. And I'd been out of town, freezing cold on Monday, and so when I woke up on Tuesday, I decided that my cold didn't need to be subjected to that. So,
yeah, well,
but
I thought about that too. I said, well, now, listen, to get paid to be cold is one thing, but to get cold for free, that's a different story.
it's an important statement to be able to make with the Wright Flyer, because that was the beginning of everything. In that field out there where Maxwell sits today, the Wright brothers saw something in Montgomery, and while they were only here for a few short weeks, it put a stake in the ground of where our future military would be.
Well, Todd, we miss you, but I think that each man, and here's what I think you have been an absolute perfect gentleman when it comes. You don't make public announcements about any disagreements you have with the current mayor or the last mayor, whatever the case may be. You have been a gentleman with this. Everybody stands on their own. Like my mom used to say, every tub sits on its own bottom.
Yeah, you're right about that. I appreciate that comment because it's been intentional. I read as I was leaving office something that George Bush said when he was asked to comment with President Obama on some issue, and he said that the office deserves my silence, and so therefore You can only have one mayor, and he doesn't make the same decisions that I make. But he has all the facts, and I don't have any of the facts. And so we got to push our shoulder to the wheel, and each and every one of us do our part in our own way to move our community forward.
Mm-hmm. And we all have, we all play a part in where we are.
Absolutely.
Every last one of us would, either by our silence or by our unwillingness to get involved. We all play a part. When kids go wrong, when the society goes wrong, it's the society's fault. It's all of us together. Either we didn't do enough or we did too much on one thing.
Absolutely. My current reading is a book by Tim Lupinacci, who is the managing partner of Baker Donaldson. I served on the board at Montevallo with him. It says everybody leads, and that is this point. Whether you're at the highest position in the corporate America or the lowest position in any thing that you're doing, make sure that you do it well, make sure that you do it right, because somebody is watching you and will take inspiration, whether you do it right or whether you do it wrong.
Yeah. Now there's a governor's race coming up soon. You plan on running or
running? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I only coached golf at Montevallo, so I'm not going to get into that scenario. No, I think that's a kind of fait accompli, and if he can be as successful as governor as he was at Auburn, we'll continue to move the state forward. He'll bring in.
I'm talking about you run. I'm talking about you running for governor.
That's what I said. I don't have the credentials. I wasn't a football coach. I was only, I only played golf in college along the way. Personally, I do not know Senator Tuberville. I may have shaken his hand, but I know a lot of people that do, and a lot of people are really excited about having him that possibility that he'd be the governor. So,
well, I think what people are missing, and I went to a Republican Party thing the other night. When John Wall was there, and some of the people were there, I'd heard about him. I'd never met him before till the other night, and I walked in the door, and fortunately or unfortunately, whichever one you want to call it, somebody asked me to speak, and I was in there with heavy hitters. Okay, so I
see. Remember, leadership doesn't always have to be at the top.
Yeah, but I'm in there with heavy hitters. But the one thing I did say, I said, I like the philosophy of the Republic. I'm like Gandhi. Gandhi said, I love Christianity, but I ain't too crazy about some of them Christians. Well, the Republican Party is the same. I love the philosophy, but what I cannot stand is people who raise their hand in the sky and said, let's fight. And then when everybody goes to fight, you don't.
Right.
We have got to, and one thing I like about Trump, you can say what you want to say about him all you want to. He talks too much, but give me a guy that's got a set. And he may not swing them the right way all the time, but at least he's swinging them. You know what I mean? Well, and that's what I like about him.
No question. You got to respect people's opinion. It may not be your own, but, proximity and being committed to whatever the cause is, that's a really good trait. Again, not every cause that we would be passionate about or others. So you just have to find your niche. The truth of the matter is politics is really the art of the possible. It's not the perfect. It's the art of the possible. And that's what politics is all about. And we're now getting, after 43 days of a government shutdown, the art of the possible. And I think Senator Britt's played a major role in that. I hear and read that she's been kind of at the center of the Republican side, working with her fellow senators on the Democratic side.
Yeah, that's what matter of fact, I heard the president the other night say something that she was a major player in this, in overcoming this impasse that they have. And I'm just trying to figure out how young as she is, how she got in the position. But it's nice that somebody is. It's nice that somebody has got the ability to weave through the minutia of Washington D.C.
Well, I've never been in Washington, D.C. I did decline an opportunity to go lobby in Washington when I was with Bell Telephone. But if you remember Katie Britt, and if you know Katie, you're not surprised at all. She's a dynamo. And I've been fortunate enough to know for a while and hang out with her husband some in a breakfast group. But when she got elected, before she was really in office, she reached out to Senator Schumer and she had a private, just one-on-one, personal dinner with her. What about politics? Just about getting to know someone. And if you remember the olden days, when Hal Heflin was around, or even Richard Shelby around, they would work to get their own ideas passed, but they were friends and they broke bread together. And I believe that proximity and knowing someone and having a relationship with someone allows you to have the better opportunity to make some uh, uh, compromise in getting these major issues accomplished.
Are you involved in politics in any shape, way these days? Or are you just kind of sitting on the
Yeah.
side?
Well, I'm sitting on the side. Obviously, if you spent, you know, I've had 3 political careers. One as director of the Alabama Development Office, 2 as chairman of the county commission, 3 as mayor. So I know a little bit about all of those, although some of the things are dated. But I get calls pretty frequently to what I think about this or what my thoughts are about that. And so I'm honored and flattered, and I tell them going in, it's worth just what you're going to pay for it. But so from that standpoint, Charlie Jenner and I are great friends, and I've known C.C. Calhoun forever. And so, frankly, several of the city council people call and chat about things. Reed Ingram and I went on the county commission together in 2004. So I have a good relationship with him, and we talk pretty frequently. And frankly, at the state level, this whole issue with healthcare in Montgomery has been top of mind, and hopefully we've been able to be a part of trying to get it to where it is right now, so that we can continue to have decent health care in our community. Because without Jackson, I mean, it'll be tragic.
Yeah. A couple more questions for you, because I'm trying not to mire you in the political thing, but we got a young man running for governor named Jamal Brown. What do you think about that?
Well, Jamal and I go way, 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 way back.
Yeah.
He was a political rouser, if you will.
Yeah.
I think Jamal is well intentioned, but it's one of those things that you don't generally agree with what his intentions are. But I'll always have a lasting remembrance
impression of him. Yeah.
When he disrupted the city council meeting by coming to the front and laying on the floor in front of the city council bench, and he was magically escorted out.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, one more thing about that. Mr. Green, who him and Mr. His other friend, part of the minority, the GOP minority, whatever it's called. Do you believe that the Republican Party in Alabama are doing their due diligence to support minority people to become part of that? I mean, not a stepchild, but a somebody. I guess I'm asking, are they doing enough? And that's what I told them the other night. No, you can't come to meetings and say we want you part of the family, but when the lights are out, you lock the door.
Yeah. Well, from a standpoint of Councilman Green, the local politics, except for the county, really isn't a party. I wasn't a Republican elected. Obviously, everybody knows that I'm a physically conservative and a moderate on the social side of the equation. My business partner was head of the Republican Party. So I don't think any of us, frankly, do enough in that arena, because we have got to come together. And again, it's not black, white, it's green. It's green. And we got to understand that we got to work together. Montgomery now is 60% African American, 27 or 28% other. And with Stephen in that leadership position, we all of us have got to inclusively reach out to our entire population. Unfortunately, the biggest challenges we have right now are with our young black boys, some girls, but we've got to figure out how to get them in a better position. Valiant Cross and the Christian school,
Right.
they're doing great work. But
Fantastic.
that's only 5 or 6 or 1,000. We got 25 or 30,000 others out there, and we just got to remember that that's our future, and we can't let any of those fall through the cracks. That's why I like Ken Austin's work. I like Charles Lee's work, because they're trying to educate and trying to improve the whole person. They do it with their children. They do it with adults as well. But the thing about both Charles Lee and Ken Austin is not only are they feeding people, but they're trying to teach them how to catch fish at the same time. And so it's a generational thing. It doesn't happen in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You know, when we were trying to address this, we had just a simple thought, a simple mantra. We wanted every child to have a role model, to have a mentor, to have someone that they could go to. You would love for it to be that family or the mother or the father or the grandparents, but so often we don't. And so we called on the churches and all the preachers, and we had 125 of them with some success, to go in their respective area and do things on Wednesday night and Sundays to get people that would be mentors and role models to those kids that were in our neighborhood. So that's what it's going to take. It's a long-standing effort, and it won't happen overnight.
It won't. One more thing, this is our, since you're the man, and I gotta come to you. This is our annual helping.
We still
hands.
doing computers?
No. We just we're doing money. As a matter of fact, we're doing money every year for the last few years. We've been going out on Christmas Day and giving people either $500 or $1,000, depending on their situation. And they don't know it's coming. They don't have a clue it's coming, and because they can't ask us, somebody asked for them,
Right.
And the people who ask for them cannot ever tell them that they're asked, because we don't get the money, then we don't. Why hurt somebody twice? But you have always participated in my little things, and since we're family again.
So that's the reason you call me.
Well, since we are family again, we'll take anything that you are willing to donate, to our calls.
Since you know my contact number, if you'll just text me the mailing address, I'll get you something to be able to surprise some of those families.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it.
Great to be with you. Thank you, bud.
You got the link, so anytime you want to pop on in there, you can pop on in there.
Good. Okay. I appreciate it. I'll put it in my saved documents.
Good.
Take care, bud. Take care. Bye-bye.
The former mayor of the city of Montgomery, Mr. Todd Strange. All right, then. Move right along. You got show me you got right. Well, he's gone now anyway. I don't have a whole lot of time left. Joe. And I got to get Charles Lee on. Charles Lee is doing an outstanding job. He may be here tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure, but he's doing an outstanding job with kids, just doing all kind of things. So we're going to we're going to do it's called Helping Hands. Again, if you want to participate in it, we will appreciate it. And all you have to do is donate. And I'm gonna put put this thing up there right quick. The daily comments, and you can help us out. And we're gonna start taking letters on the 5th of what day we're gonna put that on? The 5th of December. Okay, so we got a couple weeks. Again, the Venmo address on it is wrong. Here's the actual Venmo address, which is right here. So Venmo at Kevin-Elkins-21. The Venmo and and all the rest of it. So the Venmo is the only thing that was wrong on that other one. But Joe has a better chance of catching leprosy than becoming governor. Not really. But anyway, I'm trying to get him on, but he don't seem to want to come on this show. I don't know why, because I'd be nice to him. I mean, he's a nice kid. But is he ready? Is he ready for the governorship of the state of Alabama? I don't think so. Not going against the big mules, Tommy Tuberville. It's going to be hard enough for a Democrat to get a seat anywhere. But the governorship, I don't think we're going to do that right way. Anyway, don't forget our sponsor, One Stop Wireless, at the corner of Atlanta Highway, as well as Coliseum Boulevard. Please don't forget to go by there for all your cell phone needs, your wireless needs, your wireless internet needs, all kinds of things. They will get you taken care of. I've been working with those guys for 10 years. Love the service, love the promptness, and you don't feel like another number when you go in there. I'm just saying they really give you a personal touch. And their number, you can call them up, 334-320-2988. That's 334-320-2988. 3445 Atlanta Highway, the corner of Atlanta Highway and Coliseum Boulevard. Okay? So go by there and check them out. And if you got an old phone, even if the phone got turned off, that's not a problem. They can get your phone back on. Okay, now you still got to pay the bill for it, but they can get your phone turned back on. So if you got, like me, I got about 5 phones stuck in the drawer in there, and I went down there and turned one in. And I got it turned back on, and it's working fine. Working fine. You can get internet for as low as $25 a month, or you can go a little higher. So it's up to you, whatever your budget is with One Stop Wireless, 320-2988, 320-2988. And again, if you want to help us with our Helping Hand thing this year, we really would appreciate it. And we're going to you guys are going to make some people who right now don't have a clue. Hey, good morning, Glenn. Don't have a clue of how they're going to make it. We are going to be the difference in them getting something rather than nothing. So I just want you to make sure you get that. You go to our Facebook page, and there's a link there called Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award, or you can go to GoFundMe, and there's a Facebook. There's a thing there called Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award. And again, if you can't give a lot of money, that's fine. $20. It's called 20 for 20. $20 to help 20 families. That's all we're asking for. So please help us out there. And let's see what else I got there. Mayor, you got had. Well, he ain't there. Hey, and don't forget, Venmo is at Kevin-Elkins-21. Are you going to let's see? Let me see. Yeah, good. Yeah, it is. We're gonna start getting a lot of people on. Good morning, Teresa. We're going to have a lot of different people. I just been kind of lazy at getting people on because I figured out the software I was working with. One day I get sound, next day I don't have sound. Then I finally figured out it was me. It was never the equipment, and so that's just the way it goes sometimes. That's just the way it goes. A brother got to learn. So I'm smart, but I ain't the smartest guy in town. Okay, sometimes you got to go through things, and that's where education is important. I had to learn some things about the system that I'm using, so I appreciate everybody being patient with me. Good morning there, Glenn. That's right. I am still the mayor of the airways. So let's not forget that. Okay. Let's not forget that. Okay. Because now poor won't pay all the taxes. And it was the Democrats' fault for the shutdown. Okay. Well, now I'm trying to find this other thing right here. Oh, there we go right there. Okay, so the Good Neighbor Award, that's how it goes right there. One, go to GoFundMe and find Helping Hands Good Neighbor Award 2025. Number 2, you can go to Venmo at Kevin-Elkins-21. That's got 213, but it's actually 21. Okay, or you can cash at me 334-241-9998, and make sure you put on there it's for a Good Neighbor Award, or GNA. Okay, GNA, Good Neighbor Award donation. I don't really care how much you give. If it's 20 for 20, 20 to help 20, or whatever amount you can afford, $5, whatever. We appreciate it, and you'll get much more back than you gave. So I appreciate that. And I just appreciate all you folks out there this morning. Okay, I really do. I appreciate you getting up with me every morning. Tell some friends about it. I never forget to tell people to share this and all that stuff. Because when I got in this business, it wasn't to make money. It wasn't to become this popular influencer. It was just to get people a chance to think and really say what they want to say to the powers that be without feeling intimidated. See, I don't have to agree with you to talk to you. I talk to Don all the time. I don't agree with nothing he says, but you know what? He's got a right to say it. He's got a right to say I was never in the military. I've never jumped out of an airplane. He's got a right to say all that crap. I don't care. It don't bother me. Because when you know what the truth is, you know what the truth is. And so you don't worry about it. Anyway, happy day after Veterans Day. Tomorrow we'll be back. And I'm still not working on Friday, but I took a holiday off this week. Okay. I just had to do that. I just had to do it because, I don't hardly ever take days off. And for 24 years at Cumulus, I never missed a day of work. Never. Okay. So now it's time for me to make up some of that time. Anyway, don't forget Venmo at Kevin-Elkins-21. If you can do that, help us with our Good Neighbor Award. We certainly appreciate it. And they get a certificate, and I'll show you what they get a nice certificate. We show up at their door a couple of days before Christmas, and I'm telling you, the surprise that on these people's faces, because they don't know that it's coming. The people who put them in cannot tell them, and we film it. We do film it. And so you guys get an opportunity to see exactly where your money goes. It don't go for me a new car. I don't even need a new car. I'm never gonna buy another new car. It's a waste of money. Because wait till somebody else drives it, then I'll buy it. That way, because I don't know how many years I got left anyway, so I may not even need another car. I may not be around to drive another car. So, but hey, what can I tell you? I appreciate you guys for coming in. Tell your friends. Hey, listen, if the former mayor can show up on the show, hey, listen, what else? Really? Okay. And he also donates he's been donating to my thing for years. Anyway, it is not the fall that gives you strength. It is the getting up every time you do that makes you stronger. So all I can tell you, do like many of us have had to do and will have to do. We got to keep getting up every time we fall. A fall's not failure, but staying down is. So get up. Keep getting up. Don't ever fall and lay down there, because all people will do is walk on you. But if a man sees you trying to get up, he will extend you his hand. Good morning to you. Have a great day. And it's a good day. It is an outstanding day. Your life. See you. See you tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. Bye.
Every moment filled with your warm embrace. Through valleys deep and mountains high, your faith a beacon in the sky. Every trial with lessons wrapped tight, in every shadow you are my light. Thank you, Lord, for the laughter and tears, for the strength you give in all my fears. In the rhythm of my heart, I hear your call. With grateful songs, I rise above all.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Sorry about that. 11 o'clock. We're gonna be on 11 o'clock. We'll be with Joe Hagler. I'm gonna be taking people off on TV today. That's okay. They'll get over it. We're gonna be on from 11 to 12 o'clock or something like that. Maybe I get a free lunch out of this or something. Anyway, so Joe Hagler, which is on the CW in Montgomery, Alabama. CW, or the it's called the CW. I think it's channel 32, channel something 32 or somewhere around there. Anyway, but you'll find it. Look up Joe Hagler. Good morning, Montgomery. And you'll find it. All right? Yeah, we're gonna really tick some people off. Yeah, I'm too ugly for TV, but listen, they needed somebody to set in. But so might as well be me. Have a great day. Have a good one.